It's another. I'm gonna hug my 3 cats. All right, Flip has 3 cats.
Aww.
More
Alright,
romance.
you got the-
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, God, more
it's a romantic thing, but I feel like I think in friendships also this can apply to a certain extent.
Yeah,
so yes.
absolutely.
I mean, to be fair, I have had technically romantic relationships in the past because figuring yourself out and all that.
You don't
So I
realize.
technically know what it's like. I just didn't not really know what it's like at the same time. I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
A little confusing sometimes.
It can be.
Yeah.
It's
I just
okay.
think people are really cool, and I just want to be their friend. That's all.
Ah.
Cold. Wish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try this question out then. In a romantic relationship, where is the line between asking someone to compromise, which is good, and asking someone to change, which is bad? Dun dun.
That's a very hard question.
It
Even
is.
That is.
you just take out the romantic part because this applies to everything.
Yeah.
Zazzle Kadazzle is the OP's name.
I love that,
Zazzle.
actually.
So, there definitely is a big difference between compromise and making someone change. Because compromise, you're still, you're not asking them to be different. I guess you're just asking them to do different things to accommodate, each other. Because, a compromise goes both ways, I feel like, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then just straight up asking someone to change who they are only goes one way, usually.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships it's always involves multiple people all the time. So it can't always it can't go one way. It has to go both.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know where,
The
I guess-
line, right?
Yeah, where's the line where you're asking too much?
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
Um,
what does the change bring determines the line. Maybe.
What you're asking for them to change,
Like
Yeah,
in the
I
end,
suppose.
in the end, even when you compromise, you're actually changing a little bit for your partner to a certain extent, no?
Right, but
you
usually
could
compromise, both people change for each other instead of one person just changing.
True, but
I think.
sometimes the compromise is goes because our needs. My brain is not working, but yeah, our needs can be different, right? So let's say
Yeah.
the three of us are friends, and yeah, I know I'm the sensitive baby one, and Moss is not as sensitive as me. So Moss needs to accommodate in a way that when I'm being sensitive, they understand, and then when Moss seem a bit, I don't know how to say it in a nicer way, out of it, maybe they are not they don't have the mental capacity to handle me being sensitive, then I should be okay with it. So it's
Yeah.
the compromise means that we both change to accommodate each other, but it's different kind of changes.
That is, I think that communication is really good though, because if someone comes to you going, "Can I vent?" and you go,
No,
"I'm not in the right mental state for that right now," they should be able to go, "Okay," and back off and either find someone else that they can talk to, or journal, or get a coping mechanism that's healthy. That should be a communication that is able to happen, because that's very important. Asking for consent, even in platonic relationships, is incredibly important.
So maybe what makes compromise and changing a bad kind of changing is the communication that lies with it.
Yeah, I think really the communication is more important than the compromise.
Yeah.
酒
Then
飲まずにはいられない
you're able to figure
Thank you
shit
for the
out.
hydrate, V. That spooked me.
You
I do need to
actually-
drink water.
Probably get a drink too, honestly.
Yeah, hydrate, y'all.
I drink a lot.
こんにちは
Dude, Just because the channel point redeem is there doesn't mean you should spam every single thing, but thank you. Z knows I get spooked by certain sounds, so yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Your chat.
Thank you for the head pats as well, Z. This is like carrot and stick situation, you know. He played a spooky sound, and then he gave me head pat,
Oh.
and then play a spooky sound again. Mas!
I farted on you, haha.
No.
What the heck? I'm just taking initiative, damn it, Z. Wait, how am I gonna abuse yours? Alright, I will. I usually abuse Flips though. So basically on Flip's stream, there's this exercise. So he must do like either 10 push-up, 10 sit-up, or 10 squats.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you can redeem and then you choose one. But if you gave him 50 bits, he do all 3.
Oh god.
Oh.
I mean,
That is
right.
That sounds like a
50.
struggle.
bro, you are underselling yourself. That's 50 cents. That is not enough.
You gotta make it higher. Unless
gotta
you're
make
trying
it
to
higher.
get like super jacked.
Flip said that he's done over 100 in one stream.
That's stupid. Oh my god. You are underselling yourself so hard.
Actually, my husband told me to set something like that up as well. Cause yeah, since I started streaming, I just stopped touching grass. But my husband is
Every
trying.
redeem where you just go outside.
My husband is trying to make me to change.
Oh no, I think he's just concerned for your health there. Vitamin D is very important for you.
I'm still
It is,
considering it. I'm scared.
Yeah, you should get an IRL pack, which like costs $1 million. And
Ooh, ah.
I would love to get an IRL pack, however, that is a stupid amount of money.
Then Z said like, should I tell you when you've done it too much, like workouts? It became ineffective. Then Flip be like, we'll worry about that later. Which is fair. I know plateau is a thing, but yeah. So yeah, we still haven't found the line, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
yeah,
Um,
it's such a hard question.
it really is because I don't know. It's not like a distinct one. I feel like it depends on like what's being asked for from and by who and like because like yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
There's also your intention going into it.
Oh right,
So,
yeah, intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going into the conversation and you're like, I need you to change for me for this reason, that I would say is bad. But if you're going into it trying to figure out, have a communication about what's wrong and like
How to work on it, maybe.
how to work on it, maybe tackling like, oh, if I go to therapy, I can tackle this emotion, or like if your partner's aggressive, or if I don't know, do the dishes more. Like that's a fine compromise.
Yeah.
You do the dishes more. Yeah. Get like taking chores off somebody is easier than go like if someone is willing to go to therapy for you, that's a great person who obviously loves you.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna go into something and go, I need like this isn't like this when you treat me this way, it makes me upset. And they're like, well, that's just who I am.
Ugh.
You just
Oh
break-
god,
break,
yeah.
break up, red flag, red
Yeah,
flag.
yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
I had a friend that was like that. She was that was her excuse for everything.
That's
So-
just who I am. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Then therapy. Go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
I guess it's a whole
Go
like
to
if you
therapy,
cannot
please.
accept me at my worst, then you cannot have me on my best kind of situation.
That's just dumb. I hate
Yeah,
that
it
fucking
is.
thing.
Yeah.
Because okay, it's the if you want to apply my worst, like if you can handle me at my worst, and you're applying that to you being a toxic bitch.
B word.
Not what that saying means. I swore. Woo. I feel like if you can't handle me at my worst, that applies to a depressive episode where you're struggling to get out of bed. You're gonna be over emotional. I feel like it should apply there because you're handling me at my lowest, my ugliest, my most vulnerable.
But I guess
It
Instead
should
of
not. It should not apply to when I'm
being a dick.
being an ass, being mean, being rude, being abusive. That does not apply there.
Yeah.
True. Even at least from what I read on Reddit, right? There are people who are like, yeah, depressive episode, and they don't want to get it fixed, and they just be like, but this is me, but I'm suffering, and so
I think that's again therapy, but
Yes.
it's more a fear of change at that point.
Yeah.
This is the routine that I'm in and that I'm used to, and I don't want that to change, but it's an unhealthy routine. So
True.
really, someone should come in and try to pull them out of that, because it's a bad habit to constantly rot away in your bed, to eat and drink shit, to not go outside, to not develop social relationships, to just sit in bed and eat and watch Netflix or whatever the hell you do. Like, you're not going to get better doing that constantly. It's okay to do that sometimes.
yeah,
But
we cannot be strong all the time.
Yeah.
like, you're allowed to have a day in bed. That's fine. But it becomes a problem when it's your whole life, and really someone should come in and help you recognize that and pick you up.
Yeah. I guess another thing that makes that makes like the asking someone to change is like, you know, there are people who are like they're in a relationship or like in a friendship or whatever, and they see, you know, the whole grass is greener on the other side. So you think like, those person's relationship and like friendship are better. So it's like, how can you not be like that?
Yeah.
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 Oh god, I hate that.
It's
I
like
hate
in the
that
end,
as well.
right? It's like in the end, it's about an intention thing. Like if you're asking for change because it's gonna be helpful in the long run, or like, you know, y'all can find a middle way, like a middle, you know,
Middle ground.
yeah,
Compromise.
that's what's called the compromise, right? I guess the asking someone to change means like, oh, you do this or else.
That is true.
Yeah.
Right? That's the line. We found the line,
That's the
people.
line. We found the line.
We found it.
We got it.
Yay!
Pat on the back,
Yeah.
everyone. We did it.
Did it. We figured it
Yes.
out.
All right.
Yes.
I'm on the next one.
Let's go.